Hey guys, so this is on a completely different subject. It's something that happened today. I've got to be quick, so I'm going to try and bullet point this, but get excited. Get excited! Because I'm excited. The Lord started giving me a download this morning. I was on my way to Auburn. On my way, I forgot my purse. My husband had to turn us around, but before we turned around, I saw this truck ahead of us, and it had the last four numbers on the license plate was 888 or 4 8s. And I thought, oh, that's cool, Lord. The Lord's guiding me, right? So then we go back, get my purse. Then we have to stop and get gas. Then we get back on the road, and what is in front of us? That same truck. All the way there, guys. All the way there. This 8888 truck in front of me, okay? And I had previously watched a video by Steve Mack. I'm not sure the full YouTube name, but he talked about his dream. That's what's important. This dream is important. So I'm going to tell you the dream. In the dream, he's driving through Jurassic Park, right? Something that looks like Jurassic Park. He's seeing all of these lizard, nasty animals, okay? He's in an S10 truck. He's sitting with Jesus, and he's driving. They drive through the big gates to leave, and he's looking in the rearview mirror at this Jurassic Scene Park in the back. And he's away from it. He's looking at it back behind him, okay? That's the dream. Listen, EndoRapture. That's the indwelling of God's Spirit. The Lord has indwelled us since 717. I've told you guys that, right? All right, well, the Lord started giving me a download this morning, talking to me about the 3 days of darkness, okay? And he was telling me a whole bunch of stuff, right? And then I hear EndoRapture. Not EndoRapture, EndoRaptor, like the animal or the reptile, whatever, bird of prey. Yeah, they're called a raptor, means bird of prey, which is interesting because when the swan in one of my dreams swooped down, it turned into this lizard, right? So it's a bird of prey. And also I meant the swan comet too, but that's just side note. But so I started thinking about this, right? And the Lord was telling me that that anyone who was not indwelled by God's Spirit would now be beginning, and this is why we started to see the people rile up and riot and get worse. The people that are not of God are being indwelled by the spirit of Satan, okay? By the spirit of the raptor, this bird of prey spirit. And they're becoming animals, right? And as they become animals, then they become fully indwelled. This is going to happen over 3 days of darkness. They're going to become fully indwelled with Satan's spirit, completely not human anymore. I don't know if it doesn't last the whole time, but I think it's up until, all right, listen, it has to rise to a level that it stays at this level for 3 days. And that's going to create a whirlwind, both the EndoRapture of God's people and the EndoRapture of the enemy they're two opposing forces, and they're going to come, and we're going to come together, and they're going to pursue us. Okay, they're going to pursue us and want to kill us. I mean, it's going to be an evil, rampant time. It's going to be bad, very worst you can ever think of. It's going to be absolutely horrible. And they're going to rise up as these reptiles, right? With the reptile spirit. I don't know if I don't know if genetically they become that. I don't know. Okay, but I do know that the Lord's talking about this, right? And I knew that when I heard this guy's Jurassic Park dream, I knew this had to do with it. This is why I started getting the download from the Lord. When I received the word EndoRapture, I was watching the Jurassic Park movie. And I heard it and I thought it was the funniest word and so catchy. I knew the Lord was going to build on it. But then I just put it aside because I never received any understanding on it, right? Until way later. But then I started thinking about this S10 truck in the dream. And I asked my husband on the drive this morning to Auburn, I said, what does the S in the S10 truck stand for? And he's like, I don't know. And I looked it up. Well, 2 hours later, we're driving home, and this truck I hear goes, vroom, and my husband's like, look at this guy trying to cut me off. This guy in an S10 truck comes up around us, and goes around us, okay, but he's having to speed up to go around us, and he's topping a hill, okay, and there's a car coming on the other road, and this S10 truck whips it out of the way to our lane right before he got into some serious danger, like literally he was snatched out of the way. So this S10 truck was snatched out of danger, seized, like as if from some horrific event, like an escape, or you know what I'm saying? So this truck was saved, right? So in this guy's dream, he's leaving this Jurassic Park, and he's leaving in this S10 truck. He's got Jesus next to him, and he's looking at it in the rearview mirror, and he is getting out of there like no problem. The symbology of that was what happened with this S10 truck today, okay? And the Lord used that to explain. It was funny because my husband he didn't even see the connection that I asked him about the S10 truck, that clearly what prompted me to ask him about this S10 truck. Didn't ask, nothing. Has no idea. I didn't say anything either. Just, yeah, sometimes you just got to let the Lord lead him. And I've been trying to lead him to water for so long that he no longer will desire water. So I just don't even do that anymore. But the point is, the Lord got me thinking about this S10 truck. So I go and I look up what the S stands for, and that stands for Sonoma. And I go and I look up what Sonoma stands for, okay? And so let's type it in. The meaning of Sonoma means either moon or sono or nose, okay? Now, the Lord recently had me looking at that Selena picture, remember? And I looked up what Selena meant, and it meant moon too. So I thought, all right, something's up with the moon, clearly. The Lord wants me to look at the moon. Well, a vision happened last night. I had a vision of the moon, like last year, at the same timing. And I looked up and I saw it, and I knew this was the vision happening. And I called Darla from God's Gifts, and I was like, Darla, dude, this moon vision's happening. I was like, I wonder why. Okay? And so I'm like, well, what does the 10 mean? What's the 10 mean? So I go and I'm like, huh. And then I hear the Lord say, now Darla has been talking to me about this dream that her daughter had about these 7 moons, okay, these 7 crescent moons. And then she's been talking to me just about, she's had a lot of stuff about moons, but she's been bringing it up lately. And so I remember one thing that she said. One night she was sitting outside and she was looking at the moon. And she heard the last quarter. And she was like, what do you mean, Laura? The last quarter of what? The moon? Because she was looking at the moon. And but that's what she had received, and she just always had had that put back. And I was thinking, I wonder what September 10th is in the moon's phases. So I go and I type in September 10th, 2020 moon phases. Okay, let's see. Sorry. Nah, I already have it pulled up somewhere. Hold on. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. Whenever you try to do something like super fast, let's see if that'll work. Here we go. October 9th. See, why does this just keep... Now, the dates vary. I don't know if it just changed or what, because... Oh, no, here it is. Here it is. Okay. If you see at the very top line, September 10th at 5:26 a.m., the last quarter. Sonoma 10, the S10 truck. Could this be it, guys? Whenever I called and told her, I was so excited. She was just like, no way. I got filled with the Holy Spirit. Um, like a really big amount, a lot bigger um, than I've had lately. Like it was very strong. And so I thought that was really, really cool. And even Steve Mack is thinking something on September 10th. I haven't looked into this any further, but this was my chance to make a video. And so I did want to put this out that here's these other dates that just things are looking interesting right now. The Lord will not let me forget this month. And that Jesus 2020 sign, Rosh Hashanah is the head of the year, right? So that would be the end of 2020, wouldn't it? But that's just a few things to keep in mind. Let's look at 526 in Strong's.